Short. Welcome back to K to J Entertainment. I hope you guys enjoyed my short but entertaining our video last time. This time it's going to be longer. We're going to ride it all the way through. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be reacting to episode 17 through 19 of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days. 3 episodes we're recapping because honestly, we don't need to go from episode to episode to episode. We don't even need to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to recap all 3 because the next episode is a reunion and we definitely got to be tuned in for that. Let's go ahead and get started. So basically, let's go to Elise and Joshua. Let me tell y'all sum up from 17 to 19. After the friend situation, they had a conversation and they decided, okay, we're going to, give the relationship a try. Actually, have it to work out. She asked if she could see his son. That was a little touchy for him because, he wants to make sure that she's going to actually be in his life long term, before, him meeting her meeting his son, which is valid. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I personally don't think that she should meet the son right now because they just have gotten back good after, arguing for the past 2 days. You know what I mean? So they should definitely hold off on that. But what ends up happening is that he says, yeah, but when it's time to come to do it, Joshua's, I guess, baby mama was like, hell no. Because what the fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. Of course, she gets pissed off. I can't see your son, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, I wanted you to, but it just didn't go that way. Me personally, I think they have 2 completely different communicative styles, because then she started getting upset. He's like, if you don't want to be with me, I understand. She's like, oh, you're telling me you don't want me to be with you. Basically, you're telling me you want to break up. But he's like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I understand if you know what I'm saying? She's still in her toxic era. She wants him to be bended knee on her ass.
Don't ever do that.
I was just trying to get your number.
And he's just not that way, baby. You need to find somebody else because he's not the one. But yet he's still trying to be the one, but it's not working. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both need to go y'all separate ways. So then cut to 19, right? They get into another argument. It first starts off with her saying her story. I automatically know I need to hear his side of the story first because she be all over the place when she be telling the story, and that always he be the bad guy and she be the good guy. I already know there's another part to the story. Basically, what she says is after they, are, heading home, he just has some random girls over and his friend, and he's being disrespectful and shit. I'm like, there has to be more to the story. So when he says it, he basically asked her, can I have some friends over? She said, absolutely. And then minutes later, she said, never mind. I mean, baby, you said absolutely first. Say how you feel from jump. Don't say never mind. Because in my head, you said never mind. They probably was on the way. Now it's like they're going to come this far. I'm not going to tell them to turn around now. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they ended up coming, and the next morning he ends up leaving. He has to clear his head because I guess they've been arguing nonstop. I'm dying to know what that argument was about because it wasn't recorded. So that already, that last night of the friends and them arguing, then the roll over to the morning, they're still arguing. It's just a agree to disagree situation. This is her last day. They hit the airport. He's like, what do you want to do with the relationship? She's like, I don't want to settle. I can't do this. She's expecting him to have snot running down his nose and tears running down with puddle on the floor. No, please. He's not like that. So she ends up walking away and then telling the camera, oh, I wish you would. He basically doesn't give a fuck. Bitch, go on somewhere. They're not meant to be for each other. They need to go their separate ways, and I hope they don't get back together because they're just not meant for each other. It's just not working out. Let's get to Lisa and Daniel. Episode 17, Lisa leaves from Africa to go back to the US. Cut to season 19. We see her daughter. We see her daughter explains what happened when she came back to the US. At first she was excited, but then we know Daniel starts not communicating with her, not texting with her. That's the typical, you know what I'm saying? So she's like, is this real? Like, I don't even know what to do at this point. She's contemplating breaking up with him. In the end, she faced, oh, I forgot the key point. Apparently, the daughter went through Daniel's email.
Before going to Nigeria, to show that I could trust Daniel, he gave me his passwords for his email account. Faith logged into his email and got his contacts. He has me listed as Liz Baby, and then he has another number listed as Wife Chat, and it's a Nigerian phone number. Faith reached out to the number and introduced herself and said, "Do you know Daniel? I've got your number from his email, and you are listed as his wife." And the person answered back and said, "So what do you want?" Faith pretty much told him, "My mom is also married to Daniel. I'm concerned about this. I think we should talk about it." And she said, "Lose my number." Who the is wife? And why won't she talk?
Found a number in there. I don't know how this works, but found a contact in there that says wife. She then contacted said wife, and wife was like, basically, don't call me no more. I don't give a fuck what y'all got going on. I know about the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for my come up. You hear me? So the daughter was like, red flag, red flag, red flag. Still, Lisa don't want to admit it. She's in denial mode. Now, fast forward to the end. Lisa finally hears from Daniel. Lisa's like, "I don't think you're genuine. I don't think that you really fuck with me." He's like, "I do. I love you. I'm not gonna, putting on the act." Lisa says, "What about the wife situation? The whole thing that I just explained to you." He's being gaslighty, being kind of like weird. You know what I mean? Like smiling and shit. Like, I can still pull this. So Lisa ends up breaking up with him, hanging up the phone on him. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think that Lisa's completely done with Daniel. I think that they're going to get back together. We're going to see at this reunion, I can tell you that. But as of right now, what we seen, they broken up. But we going to see. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Forrest and Sheena. So, like I said, Sheena had put it on Forrest, right? Forrest changed his mind 360. He was like, well, shit, I'm about to stay in the damn Philippines. He went to go tell the mama. The mama shut that down real quick, which she had some valid points. She's like, what do you expect to happen here? You think you can just stay here and then tomorrow you get a job and just live happily ever after? That's not how that works. And she's not wrong. That's not how that works. Y'all are going to have to work at that shit. It's not going to be just a walk in the park for you to get acclimated in the Philippines. I'm sorry. But she could have said it in a better way, you know what I'm saying? Without just completely shutting Sheena down, you know? Sheena had to walk out from the table because she felt so disrespected. Forrest just sitting there like this. I'm like, Forrest, come on, stick up for your woman if you're going to act like this your woman, you feel me? But, in the end of that conversation, Forrest was like, I think my mom is right. I think I should go to the U.S., find a job there, and then, get you to the U.S. We'll see if he's going to stay true to that. So that it cuts to, them in the airport.
I want you to have this until I get back, okay?
What a beer.
It's a guarantee that I'll be back for you. Okay? I know it's not much, but I love this hat and I love you. And I want you to wear it every day, all right?
I can wear it at work because my dog's
I
my
know,
choice.
it's okay.
Someday you're gonna come out of this.
I love you, baby. I gotta sneak one more in.
Of course, Sheena's not happy with the decision, but she has to go along with it because he's not changing his mind. They're at the airport, Sheena's crying, and Forrest says that he gonna do what he need to do, but is that true? We gonna find out at that damn reunion because a year done went by, so we gonna see if Forrest actually doing his part because he the one that did the job. He the one that need to put them funds together. He the one. And the mama talking about something. She still got some questions that hasn't been answered. She still don't know. That's none of your concern, none of your business. You need to worry about Forrest and what he got going on so he can be happy with Sheena. Okay. So honestly, we're getting our answers this episode. Episode 19 is when you get the answers. Episode 20, the reunion, is when you see the outcome of said answers. Can't wait for the reunion. Let's go to Rick and Trisha. So basically, after Rick lied his ass off and said he wanted to have kids with Trisha, Next thing you know, they supposed to be going back to where they had just left. Rick all on his phone and shit. Trisha like, who the fuck you texting? Rick like, oh, this my ex. Apparently the ex from Brazil hit him up and he started messaging her. Apparently he wasn't that discreet about it because Trisha Scene questioned him about it and he was acting dumbfounded. You know how niggas be, you know what I'm saying? Not all niggas, but most. Anyways, so Rick was basically talking to the Brazilian ex whilst with Trisha. Trisha, of course, is upset. She gives him an ultimatum. She's like, you either going to be with the Brazilian and block this bitch and let us live happily ever after, or it's done. He couldn't block her. He obviously wants to have his cake and eat it too. So when he gave her that when she gave him that ultimatum on the spot, he wasn't gonna be able to do that. We know that. Rick has no walls. So we thinking they over. You know what I'm saying?
Who still have feelings for his ex. I'll block you everywhere and be
Trish, don't do that.
I will. Please. Even now, I don't have nothing to do with you.
Please,
just this is my phone. You didn't buy it. You didn't do anything.
Just give me time
I don't have
think.
nothing to tell. Please.
Trish, don't do
yes,
that. Yes,
I'm doing it right now.
And she says it's done because he can't do it. You know, he can't block his ex. Cut to him walking to the airport. Trisha there. Trisha, why the fuck you there, bitch? You said you was done with him. She said, oh, I forgot to give you this matching outfit. That don't matter no more. If you done with somebody, be done with him. He like, can we still keep in contact? That just opens the door for him to worm his little fat ass, not fat, bloated ass right on through that motherfucking hole and try to get back into where he was. Because it's easier to cheat when you that far away, baby. Trisha, I just hope she doesn't fall, subdued to this trickery. We'll find out at that reunion because we gonna see if she actually stayed true to what she said. Even though I haven't been talking about Aviva and Stig, I did see the clip of her on episode 19 because apparently, now I don't know if she's pregnant or not, but apparently Aviva and Stig is no more because Stig start acting different. You know what I'm saying? Cheating and shit, you know, the huge. What I knew was gonna happen, but she looked very tore up about it, and I hope Aviva finds better because Stig wasn't it, ain't it, and will never be it. Okay, so let's go to last but not least. Well, that's everybody that I give a fuck about. I hope that you guys enjoyed this recap, episodes 17 through 19, and let me tell you, this was a full recap of all the episodes. You know they flow when it comes to, you know, the episodes. I can't wait for this reunion. I feel like we really gonna find out who real and who not if these couples get back together and if these couples break apart. I'm sorry you didn't get to see Kaya. She went off to the balcony to talk to her friend, so I apologize for that. I will see you guys next video. I hope y'all like, comment, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see us recap to next. I kind of want to recap Euphoria. Comment down below if you want me to recap Euphoria. Comment down below if you want me to recap Love on the Spectrum because that's where we're going next. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We'll see you next video. Peace. Hopefully she's in the next video. We don't know, but I'm always bringing entertainment.
Don't need much, so fuck my world.